Here it is, the first videos of Diddy in prison at Fort Dix. I mean, how do they keep getting this stuff? And how much are they paying these other inmates to send them videos of Diddy? This is wild. Apparently, Diddy was working. Diddy helps give movies and religious materials to other inmates.
A silent video has shaken the internet, and it shows a version of Sean Diddy Combs no one ever imagined seeing. The clip, barely a minute long, surfaced online without warning and quickly spread across every major platform. In it, the once untouchable hip-hop mogul appears inside the Chapel Media Library of FCI Fort Dix, a federal prison in New Jersey. There's no music, no commentary, just a quiet moment frozen in time. Diddy is seen removing his standard-issue blue jacket and scarf, speaking calmly with another inmate, then putting the jacket back on before walking away with headphones in his ears. He smiles briefly. That smile alone has fueled thousands of theories. Is it peace? Is it forced? Or is it simply survival? Prison officials were quick to distance themselves from the leak, stating they neither authorized nor produced the footage. That denial only deepened the mystery. If the prison didn't release it, then who did, and why now? For decades, Sean Combs symbolized power. He wasn't just famous, he was dominant. Music, fashion, television, liquor, real estate, his influence stretched everywhere. His parties were legendary. His lifestyle felt untouchable. He didn't just live the American dream, he marketed it. But that image didn't collapse overnight. It eroded slowly as allegations piled up and federal investigators closed in. By mid-2025, the unthinkable happened. Diddy was arrested in a sweeping federal case involving racketeering, conspiracy, and prostitution-related charges. Prosecutors alleged that for years, he used his business empire to control, intimidate, and manipulate victims while protecting his reputation at all costs. When the verdict arrived, it stunned both fans and critics. He was cleared of the most severe trafficking charges but convicted on 2 counts of transporting individuals for prostitution. The sentence, 50 months in federal prison. The man who once flew on private jets and hosted million-dollar birthday celebrations was suddenly stripped of every luxury. By October, he was transferred from Brooklyn's detention center to FCI Fort Dix, a low-security facility known less for comfort and more for chaos. On paper, Fort Dix sounds manageable. In reality, former inmates describe it as overcrowded, unpredictable, and mentally exhausting. For someone used to total control, this environment represents something entirely new: powerlessness. Diddy's projected release date is June 2028, but insiders say the real challenge isn't time, it's adaptation. Learning how to exist quietly in a place where reputation can be both currency and danger. In that leaked video, it may look calm on the surface, but to many, it feels like the opening scene of a much darker chapter, one that raises far more questions than it answers. If that quiet smile was just the surface, what is life really like for Diddy inside one of America's most unpredictable federal prisons? To understand the weight of that leaked video, you have to understand where it was filmed. FCI Fort Dix isn't just another federal prison, it's one of the largest in the country, housing over 4,000 inmates. While officially labeled low security, former prisoners describe it as anything but calm. Instead of individual cells, Fort Dix relies heavily on open dorm-style housing. Hundreds of men sleep in the same space, shoulder to shoulder. Privacy doesn't exist, noise never stops, and tension lingers constantly in the air. One of the most well-known former inmates, Joe Giudice, once described Fort Dix as not a jail, an insane asylum. According to him and others, conflicts can erupt over the smallest things: food portions, phone access, even personal space. Fights break out fast and guards aren't always nearby to intervene. The infrastructure doesn't help. Broken toilets, flooded showers, and delayed maintenance are common complaints. Some inmates report sharing a single working bathroom with dozens of others. The food, often described as expired, bland, and barely identifiable. But the most unsettling stories emerge at night. Former inmates talk about what they call the chaos hours, the stretch between midnight and 4 a.m. when supervision thins out. During that window, strange and sometimes violent incidents allegedly occur. Whispered arguments, sudden fights, and disturbing behavior become part of the background noise. Guards, according to multiple accounts, often look the other way unless things spiral out of control. Official prison statements insist safety is a priority, but those who lived there say rules exist more on paper than in practice. For Diddy, this environment is a sharp contrast to his former life. Fame offers no protection here. In fact, it can make things worse. High-profile inmates attract attention, sometimes curiosity, sometimes resentment. Which makes his calm appearance in the leaked video even more intriguing. Is he genuinely adjusting, or is he carefully managing his behavior to stay invisible? Because inside Fort Dix, blending in isn't just smart, it's survival. So how does a man with Diddy's name, history, and visibility manage to stay safe in a place like this? Behind the scenes, reports suggest Diddy made strategic moves almost immediately after arriving at Fort Dix. One of the most significant, securing a job as a chaplain's assistant, one of the most respected and sought-after positions in the facility. The chapel library is one of the few quiet zones in the prison. It offers cleaner conditions, reduced conflict, and limited interaction with volatile dorm environments. Diddy's responsibilities reportedly include organizing religious materials, maintaining records, and assisting with faith-based programs. This role isn't handed out casually. Former prison officials say chapel positions are typically reserved for inmates who demonstrate discipline, composure, and reliability. It's a sign of trust. But the chapel job serves another purpose. It provides cover. In prison, staying busy and aligned with structure can reduce unwanted attention. For someone as recognizable as Diddy, that matters. He was also accepted into RDAP, the Residential Drug Abuse Program, one of the Bureau of Prisons' most intensive rehabilitation courses. Participation requires months of counseling, strict behavioral rules, and complete commitment, but successful completion can reduce a sentence by up to a year. According to his representatives, Diddy has taken the program seriously. His days are split between chapel work and treatment sessions. Evenings are reportedly spent reading, journaling, and keeping to himself. Yet even with structure, prison life is fragile. Privilege can spark jealousy, visibility can invite suspicion, and no position is ever fully safe. That reality became clear when reports surfaced of a disciplinary incident involving a prohibited phone call. Just when it seemed like Diddy had found stability behind bars, one phone call threatened to unravel everything. Less than a week after his transfer, Diddy was reportedly written up for violating federal prison communication rules. According to documents, he participated in a three-way phone call, strictly prohibited under Bureau of Prisons policy. His team insists the call was procedural and protected under attorney-client privilege. Prison officials disagreed. The result? A recommendation to revoke 90 days of phone and commissary privileges. For someone whose power was built on communication and influence, silence may be the harshest punishment of all. As if that wasn't enough, the internet added fuel to the fire. As 2026 began, a bizarre rumor exploded online. Diddy was allegedly set to perform a New Year's concert inside Fort Dix. The claim came from a parody account, but many missed the joke. Memes, fake flyers, and viral edits flooded social media. The story wasn't true. Prison officials shut it down quickly. No concert, no performance, no special treatment. Yet the speed at which the rumor spread revealed something deeper. Even behind bars, Diddy still dominates attention. The public can't look away. And that's the paradox of celebrity incarceration. While the man lives in silence, the internet fills that silence with noise, real or fake. When the headlines fade and the rumors stop, what remains is a man facing something entirely new, a life without control. Whether this chapter leads to redemption, reinvention, or simply survival remains unknown. But one thing is certain, this story isn't over. Because if a single silent video can shake the internet this much, imagine what we haven't seen yet.